2023 coming to a close, some of you may be thinking of ways to elevate yourself in the new year, and that includes upgrades to your home. So let's take a look at some of the improvement trends from this year and get a preview of what we might expect in 2024. Joining us now to talk about it is the Chief Customer Officer of Angie, Angie Hicks. Angie, good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning.
So what were the top projects homeowners undertook this year, and what should we expect for 2024?
We just released the Angie State of Home Spending Report for 2023, and spending was up over 2022 when it comes to caring for your home. The top projects that we were seeing in 23 included interior painting as well as bathroom remodeling, and people were spending a lot of money on maintenance. They were taking care of things before they became a problem, which is a super smart way to make sure that they're not surprised and they stay on budget throughout the year when it comes to their home care.
Well, do you have any tips to help us plan and budget for home improvement projects in the coming year?
Sure. When it comes to 2024 spending, it's important to kind of assess your house. Right now is a great time to do it when you're putting holiday decorations away, for example. Walk around and write down everything on your list of things that you might want to tackle. And what we saw in the State of Home Spending Report is some of the popular projects for 2024 include replacing your appliances. And I think there was some pent up demand from the pandemic when it was hard to get appliances and people are spending more on them now, as well as kitchen remodels. Painting's usually always in that top list, as well as maintenance. And once you have your list of projects, then what you want to do is apply cost to that. And if you're not sure how much a home improvement project cost is going to cost, you can go to Angie.com and we've got cost guides. They'll give you price ranges so you can start to lay that out. And then you can apply your budget to it. That way you can prioritize the things that really need to get done and make sure that you've saved the appropriate amount.
So real quick now, how do you know if a project can be considered DIY or if it's time to call in the pro?
That is a great question. When it comes to whether you should DIY or not, the three things you should be thinking about is whether you have the skill, the tools, and the talent in order, or the time, excuse me, the time in order to do the project. So be honest. If you haven't done a lot of DIY projects, don't try to convince yourself that you can tackle remodeling your kitchen, for example. That's a big, huge project that really needs a professional. And then, do you have the tools? You might have watched videos online, seeing people do projects around the house. You're like, hey, I can tackle that. But keep in mind, they probably have specialized tools. And if you don't have those, you need to add that to your DIY budget in order to determine whether that's a good move for you. And make sure you know how to use the tools. And then finally, do you have the time? Do you have the time to dedicate to the project? A project that might take a pro a couple of days to do might take you a few weeks when you're fitting in an hour or two here and there between work and family obligations and school. So those are the three things that I think about when determining whether to DIY or not.
All right, great information. Angie Hicks of Angie, thanks again and happy holidays to you.
You as well. Thank you.